going into that coffee pot because God is telling us something. He's giving us warning signs of what's coming to light and what's going to happen with us if we don't go to Him and give our life back to Him and dedicate our time to Him. There's too many things going wrong and people don't want to listen. God is showing us why we going through hell now. Able-bodied people need to get up and go work. Get off their butt and stop depending on this government and financial means of getting by because it won't last forever. And I've been telling people that for 20 years. Well, I kept telling people 20 years ago that one day soon we're going to get a president that's going to stop all of these programs from happening, get people off their butt. And it started happening way before Donald Trump got into office the first time. He's a criminal. And I don't care what people think of me saying what I'm saying about Donald Trump, especially to my people who turned their backs on us. My own people turned against us and voting for a criminal and don't give a darn about what we going through. This is the time people need to start getting up and start bringing back Black Wall Street, black hospitals, black gaming systems, black whatever there is. We need to start supporting each other. Get up off them drugs, stay off them bus bitches causing problems. Because not all black people is doing the same things. We all not on drugs. We are all not out there just having babies just to stay on welfare and food stamps. Not all of us out there committing crimes. We are being stereotyped by white people, Chinese, Vietnamese, and some of our own people destroying us to keep us from having anything. We got to take a look at our family who's trying their best to keep us down. They don't want us to be right or do nothing unless they want our own families don't want to help us unless there's money involved. Because I got a family member like that. At least 2 or 3 of them like that. And it's a shame how people doing and how people treating their own people. Haitians, Jamaican, Bahamians, Africans, African Americans, Haitian Americans, Jamaican Americans, Bahamian Americans. This is a shame. We all one in the same people. And we all treating each other like nothing. Killing each other, beating each other. Africans in Africa turning their own children and own people into slaves. If they don't want to do what they tell them to do, they kill them. This is not the way to go. The African government officials in African continents need to stop treating the people as if they are guinea pigs or as if they are worthless human beings. It's a shame that they being treating black orphans as the nobody. The African governments officials need to stop charging people who can't afford hospital stays. They need to start giving free medical care, free hospital stays, get them housing, help them with low income housing, help them to do something to achieve their goals in life. Stop overcharging for schools. Stop charging for children to go to school. Let them get an education. Look what's going on here in the United States. Donald Trump is using this country as a dictatorship like they did in Cuba. And some of them Cubans, that's why people be fleeing other countries to go other countries to get free of their damaging ways and still get treated like dirt. Especially if their skin is my color, are blacker than me. Even the light-skinned light-skinned black people getting treated terrible. But some light-skinned blacks could go for white and they getting treated better than the darker-skinned ones. Today is the day people need to start going to God, start praying, and start doing what is right. Get off of welfare, get off of food stamps, stop depending on this. And in a way, I'm glad it's happening so people could get up and go look for work and stop talking about you alerted to working. Because eventually it's going to stop anyway. And it's about 5 years ago, the U.S. government officials stopped people from being on welfare and food stamps and started making them do 80 hours a week just to keep their food stamps. And this was the able-bodied people. And I had to sign an affidavit with the career source and let them get a copy of my medical records. And I had to let the department staff at the Department of Children and Families get a copy of my medical records. They exempt me from doing them 80 hours a week. And plus, I didn't have the money at first to get around on the bus every day anyway. But anyway, when I got my check, I started doing what was right, paid my bills, bought as much food as I can 3 times a week. And that helped my son save money every week. But I have done everything I could, and I give out information as much as I could. When I look up information every day, I get up every morning praying. Sometimes I even fast before I decide to eat breakfast. Sometimes there are nights I go to sleep without eating. This is the reverence to God, to tell God to help us show the way. And I've been praying constantly, and I need to start back sending prayer requests to Creflo Dollar Ministries and T.D. Jakes Ministries to get people to understand that these governmental agencies and programs, it doesn't last forever, because when you die, who you think gonna get to those programs and keep your Section 8 and HUD for you? Do you want your children to grow into this? Help stop this generational curse. Help your children to learn how to work. Make them pick up cans. Teach them how to iron clothes to make money. Teach them how to do hair to make money. Take your food stamps to buy sugar and Kool-Aid and teach them how to make frozen cups to make money. Teenagers need to go out and get them a job, even if they only work 3 days a week or 3 nights a week, while they still in school, to make money, to buy their own school supplies, to buy their things for prom or whatever they got to do, buy their own shoes and socks and stuff. Especially since they got struggling parents, our parents who's on drugs, are in jail or wherever they at. And I'm not saying every black person is going to be the same, because they not. People, look what Donald Trump is doing. This is a dictatorship country now, and there are a lot of people sit around and complain about what's going on, but do nothing about it. They complain, but do nothing. They want people to get them everything every time, but it's a shame that the older people, 60, 70, 80 years old, still working, still carrying around burdens and getting food for their family when they shouldn't be doing it. The younger generations, like my generation, my children's generation, shouldn't be on welfare or food stamp. They need to get up and work, do something with their life, find ways to make ends meet without stealing or becoming hit men for the drug dealers to make money. That ain't the way to go. Stop having babies you know you can't afford to take care of, knowing you ain't got the money. It's time for changes to be made.